welcome to our live session of Fireside Chats. ये NIU, Noor International University और Noor Center for Research and Policy की एक collaborative effort है, and we're here with a very interesting topic. Does culture influence advertising, or does advertising influence culture? We have a group of expert panelists, but before we move on to their introductions, हमारे पास नूर इंटरनेशनल यूनिवर्सिटी की एक छोटी सी इंट्रोडक्टरी क्लिप है जिसको हम प्ले करना चाहेंगे आप लोगों के लिए। So you're watching Fireside Chats. It's an initiative of Noor International University in collaboration with Noor Center for Research and Policy. I'm Saman Tariq, working as Manager Communication for Noor Foundation. And now I'll move on to our expert panelist. First, we have Mr. Khurram Qureshi. He's working as the Chief Commercial Officer at Al Karam Studio in the fashion retail space. Khurram Qureshi has extensive experience in FMCG marketing in the home and personal care space and food and beverage industry. Khurram has worked in multiple geographies, including Pakistan, Thailand, and Dubai. Khurram has been the brains behind many advertisements which seek to slowly change existing cultural stereotypes. Thank you for joining us, Khurram. Next, we have Mavra Khan. She has completed her undergrad from LUMS, and she has done her MBA from INSEAD, and she has 10 years of experience in marketing and human resource across leading organizations like the Coca-Cola Company, Uber, Amazon, and Unilever. She has worked in over 6 countries, and she brings along a global perspective to marketing practices. She also sits on the board of MCB Arif Habib Savings, the organization leading the way for digital growth within mutual funds. Thank you, Mavra, for joining us today. Next, we have Sara Qureshi, and Sara has been the part of WPP family since she started her career in 2003. Her early days saw her in planning and strategy with JWT in Pakistan, and she then moved to account management in 2005. And she made her way to Bangkok and London with J. Walter Thompson Worldwide in regional and global roles, and then to the Middle East. And she also has Unilever in her portfolio. And she now leads the country agency team in developing work for the highest standards with insight and experience stretching across FMCG, automobiles, telco, fashion, banking, oil and gas, retail estate, and construction and dairy. So basically a whole spectrum of marketing. Thank you, Sara, for joining us today. I'll also quickly introduce our moderator, my co-moderator for today, Ms. Maha Rahman. She has 18 years of experience in monitoring and evaluation research, strategy, and organizational development. She has worked across social sectors in Pakistan as well as Canada. And as a co-founder of Noor Center for Research and Policy, which was founded in 2008, Ms. Rahman is also an experienced entrepreneur. She holds an MSc in NGO management from the London School of Economics, UK. So over to you, Maha.
Thank you very much, Saman, and अस्सलाम वालेकुम to the panelists. बहुत शुक्रिया आपने हमें ज्वाइन किया. अब हम फेसबुक पे लाइव जा चुके हैं. ये डिस्कशन नूर इंटरनेशनल यूनिवर्सिटी के प्रोस्पेक्टिव स्टूडेंट्स के लिए है. इट्स आल्सो फॉर मेंबर्स ऑफ द जनरल पब्लिक जो इस टॉपिक में इंटरेस्ट रखते हैं. तो जो कोई हमें फेसबुक में इस वक्त देख रहा है, मैं आप सबको खुशामदीद कहना चाहती हूँ. और पैनलिस्ट के लिए ये है कि हम अंग्रेजी उर्दू दोनों में ये डिस्कशन बाइलिंगुअल करेंगे ताकि हमारी बेशतर ऑडियंस जो है समझ सके. लेकिन आप जिस वक्त जिस जबान में कंफर्टेबल हो आप प्लीज उसमें बात कीजिएगा. अच्छा जी, आज का जो टॉपिक है इसका हमने, आप सोच रहे होंगे ये टॉपिक हमने क्यों चुना. ये टॉपिक हमने इसलिए चुना क्योंकि हम सब इस वक्त मीडिया की इससे बॉम्बार्डेड है. चाहे टेलीविजन हो, सोशल मीडिया हो, एडवर्टीजमेंट ने का लैंडस्केप बहुत हद तक पाकिस्तान में और ग्लोबली बदल चुका है. हम ये डिस्कस करेंगे कि कल्चर का क्या इन्फ्लुएंस है एडवर्टाइजिंग पे और क्या होना चाहिए, और एडवर्टाइजिंग का क्या इन्फ्लुएंस है कल्चर पे और क्या होना चाहिए. तो इसके साथ मैं पहले दावत दूंगी खुर्रम कुरैशी साहब को, जिन्होंने कुछ ग्राउंड ब्रेकिंग एड्स पाकिस्तान में डेवलप किए हैं. जिनमें से एक एड जिसको मैं हाईलाइट करना चाहूंगी तपाल का एड है, जिसकी थीम थी तुम, मैं और एक कप चाय. खुर्रम, अगर आप इजाजत दें तो हम एड का क्लिप पहले ऑडियंस के साथ शेयर कर लें, फिर उस पर थोड़ी सी डिस्कशन करें. आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट माय आईटी कॉलीग टू प्लीज डिस्प्ले तुम, मैं और एक कप चाय, जो खुर्रम का ब्रेन चाइल्ड था.
आप जल्दी आ गए.
आराम भी तो जरूरी है. काम कर करके थक जो जाते हैं.
तो ये थकन उतर रही है.
तुम्हारी बात कर रहा था. इतना कुछ करती हो मेरे लिए, तो दिल ने कहा कि हो जाए तुम, मैं और एक कप चाय. खुशबू प्यार की हो या इजहार की, हर रंग का जायका देती है तपाल दानेदार.
तो फिर अब खाना भी बना दे.
बना तो नहीं सकता, खिला जरूर सकता हूँ. चलें. तपाल दानेदार, अब दिल की सुनो.
जी खुर्रम, पाकिस्तान के टॉप मेल मॉडल एक्टर फवाद खान, सबसे पहले तो ये बताइए कि आप इनको किचन में किस तरह लेके गए और स्टोरी क्या थी इस एड के पीछे. ओवर टू यू खुर्रम.
जी हाँ, सबसे पहले तो ये कि ये मैं इसका पूरा क्रेडिट नहीं ले सकता. एज मेरे दूसरे पैनलिस्ट आपको बताएंगे कि किसी भी एडवर्टाइजिंग कैंपेन के पीछे बहुत सारे लोगों की इन्वॉल्वमेंट होती है. और ये I was privileged to be part of the team that put this together. हम लोगों को सबको बड़ा इसमें जो एक कमर्शियली एक कमर्शियल मैसेज एक आप देती हैं अपनी मोस्ट कैंपेन्स के साथ, बट इसमें एक पॉजिटिव सोशल मैसेज भी था. आई थिंक वी ऑल फेल्ट वेरी प्राउड कि ये पहली दफा एक पॉजिटिव सोशल मैसेज हमने दिया, और उसके बाद सब्सिक्वेंटली बहुत सारे ब्रांड्स ने इसको आगे लेके गए. सो हैविंग सेड दैट, फवाद खान को किचन में लाने में आई वुड से these actors and models एक लार्ज सम ऑफ मनी इन्वॉल्व था, जिसके बाद वो अग्री किया उन्होंने इस sort of to get into the kitchen and make a cup of tea.
ओके, थैंक यू सो मच खुर्रम. माफरा एंड सारा, आप में से जो इसको पहले लेना चाहे. ये बड़ा अच्छा, और ये मुझे भी ऐड याद है. मैंने भी जब देखा मैंने कहा हाँ, नॉर्मली तो वो साहब जो है, हस्बैंड जो है, वो दफ्तर से घर आते हैं, बेगम बैठी होती हैं, वो थके हुए आते हैं, उनको चाय बना के देती हैं. बहुत इम्पैक्टफुल और इंटरेस्टिंग मैसेज था. ये 5 साल पुराना ऐड है. इस एड का स्पिल ओवर इंडस्ट्री में नेगेटिव और पॉजिटिव आपके नजरिए में क्या हुआ है? हाउ डिड इट इम्पैक्ट अदर कैंपेन्स? लेट्स टेक इन अ पॉजिटिव मैनर फर्स्ट. नेगेटिव तो बहुत सारी चीजें और भी हम बाद में डिस्कस करेंगे. इसका पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट जो आपकी नजर में हुआ, मावरा आप पहले कमेंट करना चाहेंगी?
Sure, absolutely. पहली बात तो थैंक यू सो मच फॉर इनवाइटिंग मी. आई वाज वेरी इंटिमिडेटेड जब मैंने खुरम और सारा का प्रोफाइल पढ़ा. So I'm actually quite excited to be here on the panel with them and also learning from them. I feel like इसका जो इम्पैक्ट है वो बहुत ज्यादा हुआ है. एंड वी हैव सीन दैट हैपन अक्रॉस ब्रांड्स. आप एरियल का कैंपेन देखें जो आई थिंक इसके बाद काफी बड़ी डेवलप होना शुरू हुई. शान इज अनदर वन दैट रियली ट्राइड टू वर्क ऑन दिस एंड टेक इट बिग. सो आई फील लाइक locally run companies as well as multinationals काफी ज्यादा कॉन्शियस हो गए कि पाकिस्तान अब वो बहुत ज्यादा एक पेट्रियार्कल सा एनवायरनमेंट नहीं है और लोग एम्ब्रेस करना चाह रहे हैं ये चेंज. मर्द और औरतें दोनों इकोनॉमी में इकट्ठे हिस्सा ले रही हैं जिसकी वजह से हम उनको इतने क्लियर रोल्स में अब डिफाइन नहीं कर सकते एंड ज्यादा कोलैबोरेशन की उन रोल्स के बीच में जरूरत है. So I certainly feel like this was one of the first steps towards that, and one of the first campaigns towards that movement, and we've been seeing that happen across the years now.
I think can
I
I would love to. I think Mawra, you put it so well. I so aligned with so many of your points. ये भी मेरा I think बहुत favorite कोई list of ads में से this is very high. And I think जो मुझे भी याद है 5 साल पहले जब ये आया था on air गया था, I don't recall any negativity around this campaign or this ad. इतना इस पे पॉजिटिवली लिया गया था. जो कॉन्वर्सेशंस डिजिटल पे भी हो रही थी और आप लोगों से मिले और आप जो ना बैठ के बात करते थे, they used to be like such a refreshing take on a husband and wife relationship. Because ये नहीं है कि ये किसी के घर में कभी हुआ ही नहीं कि कभी मियाँ ने चाय बना ली. होता है, कम होता है, probably often नहीं होता, लेकिन होता है. So I think it was very refreshing to see that role reversal. And for him to acknowledge कि तुम थकी भी आई हो. It doesn't, उस वक्त it didn't matter कि कहाँ से आ रही है, ऑफिस से आ रही है या अपने पेरेंट्स के घर गई हुई थी या शॉपिंग करके आ रही है, लेकिन वो थकी हुई थी. उस वक्त ये माइंडसेट था कि भाई he was conscious of her physical and mental state of being. And I think that was so positively received. And जैसे मावरा ने कहा, उसके बाद फिर बहुत और brands ने भी इस space में सोचने लगे. They tried, they became a little bit braver. Okay, they can do this, and it will be well received.
And
Thank you, Farah.
before you move to your next sort of question, मैं ये जरूर share करना चाहूँगा कि as a team, as a brand team, as the advertising agency, हम सब जो advertising agency थी इसके behind, that was IL Sachi, मेरी brand manager was Hera. If she's watching, I'd like to recognize both of their contributions on this. हम सब we were afraid, to be honest, जब ये जा रहा था on air, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान unfortunately polarized हुआ है बहुत ज़्यादा. So there is a patriarchy हमारी society में exist करती है, उसकी roots हैं. There are people who are very convinced on that also. जब आप एक commercial and advertising, especially advertising of this nature, is at the end of the day there's a commercial agenda also. So we were scared कि ये बहुत ज़्यादा controversy तो नहीं generate कर देगा. एक certain amount of controversy we were ready, we were prepared, we possibly wanted to generate, because you want attention also to your messaging. But डरते मतलब what I'd like to share is कि काफी डरते हमने ये बनाया था. इसकी जो approvals थी internal, उसमें हमें बहुत convince करना पड़ा था. It was a risk for the owner of the business to sign off on this. कि I remember him saying something कि कोई वो तो नहीं आ जाएगा, mob तो नहीं आ जाएगा मेरी factory के gate पे and all. He asked me this half jokingly, but yeah, touch wood. I mean, to mitigate it, we did we built some PR around it. We got some influencers to talk it up positively, just to seed it, even prior to breaking the copy. So इस तरह की चीजें आप करते हैं when you feel that you're taking a risk with your messaging. And I mean, it's a matter of pride that Tapal kept on working this space. Maura very nicely sort of said, a lot of other brands went into this. So Ariel showed a man doing the laundry. Then there was a father actually preparing a meal for Shan, for his daughter. And which, in the last 5 years, there is this, it has entered into a collective consciousness of Pakistan that these things are all okay. Ye hoti hain. Can and should be supportive. And it's very interesting how one small step by a bunch of people can sort of push it forward.
तो हमें इसमें ये समझ आ रही है कि मीडिया इज इन अ पोजीशन और एडवर्टाइजिंग सेक्टर इज इन अ पोजीशन टू इन्फ्लुएंस कल्चर टू अ सर्टेन एक्सटेंट. कहां तक एडवर्टाइजर्स उस एनवेलप को पुश करेंगे और कहां तक रिस्क लेंगे is dependent on potential consumer behavior. Like your CEO was worried कि जी mob तो नहीं हो जाएगा. If I were a female CEO, I would have questioned कि you may get mobbed, but you may get mobbed by a group of women who also want Fawad Khan in their kitchen, right? That could have been a possibility. So, अच्छा जी, now I want to play on gender stereotypes. ये तो हमने एक interesting change देखी, but बहुत से ads हैं, मावरा आपने भी देखे होंगे सारा और आपने भी. And we are, as women, we are consumers of children's products. We are consumer of fashion products. One thing that has continuously bothered me as a consumer who has an average Pakistani complexion, who is neither too fair, not very dark, कि हमारे सारी जो casting होती है models की, वो सब गोरे क्यों होते हैं? Before you answer that question, I want to play one video. IT, may I please have the lawn video? Just as this is just for education purposes, everybody. मैं किसी brand को वो नहीं करना चाह रही हूँ run down in any way. Okay, I think we've got a sense. एक पाकिस्तानी खातून है, वो भी इंतहाई खूबसूरत है माशाल्लाह, Aiza Khan, who is probably a little fairer than the average Pakistani woman's complexion, and the rest of the ladies are all from a different country. Sara, I'd like to take this to you first, and then to Mavra, and then to Pura. ये क्यों होता है? बच्चों में भी होता है, बच्चों की ब्रांड्स की एडवर्टाइजिंग में सारे मॉडल्स गोरे होते हैं और adults में भी क्यों?
So this is a very contentious question, but one that has many layers. So I think जो आपका ये सवाल है कि ये क्यों होता है? देखिए, when we produce advertising, and especially in this country, I can tell you, the end goal is that your consumer should watch it. 30 सेकंड का एड हो, 60 सेकंड का एड हो, जितना भी लंबा आपका एड हो, पहली तो चीज है कि भाई somebody has to watch it from start to end, and that someone, if it's on TV, is everyone from you, me, to people in Dera Ghazi Khan and Sakhar and Miawali and Mandi Bhaudin and everywhere, so basically it's every single person. Unfortunately, हमें जो feedback मिलता है, and this is through consumer testing and research, is that most of the consumers, आपका जो आम आवाम है, हम लोग जो आपके products भी जो खरीदते हैं, उनको गोरी प्यारी शक्लें अच्छी लगती हैं देखना. That's simply the cold, harsh truth. कि वो शायद मेरे complexion या मेरी नाक वाले लोगों को ज्यादा पसंद ना करें, but they want to see a certain ideal kind of projection of beauty. That's going to make them watch the ad from second 1 to second 30 or second 60. और जब वो प्यारा इंसान आके उनको कोई टीवी पे समझाए कि ये साबुन आपके लिए अच्छे हैं या ये शैम्पू आपके बालों के लिए बहुत अच्छा है, तो फिर वो सुन भी लेते हैं उसकी बात. जैसे फवाद खान को वो सुन लेते हैं, वो टपाल खरीद लेंगे, because he is a good looking man and he has a certain kind of standing in society. So unfortunately, we are a very basic nation in terms of what we want to see. You see this reflected in everything from your dramas. So casting bhi phir usi lihaz se hoti hai. Mostly we try and choose the gori ladki or the nice looking guy who will be a handsome husband, but not, not too buff, not too chubby, just right. And then also the children. So casting actually, therefore, then reflects what we are constantly getting back from consumer testing and research and how ads are evaluated.
I'm happy to go next. So I'd like to challenge, I mean, I agree that it exists, but I'd like to challenge that the tide is changing and it's no longer a generality. And I have 3 examples that I want to share. The first one is what we've recently seen with Fair and Lovely. The rebrand of Fair and Lovely was a social movement that, yes, kind of stemmed in from Pakistan and actually stemmed by a lot of, I think the person who started the movement was a Unilever employee herself, who said, I personally feel uncomfortable working for a company who's standing for this and selling this idea of beauty. And she's, I believe, working in the global team at this point in time and still doing really well. Sorry, my mic just fell. So that's one thing, like one example of how the tide is changing. The other example is one of, so it depends करता है आप बेच भी क्या रहे हैं. So अगर आप कपड़े बेच रहे हैं, हुस्न बेच रहे हैं, तो हाँ कुछ norms of हुस्न आप follow करना चाहेंगे. अब जब मैं उबर में थी, हमें ग्लोबल टीम ने कहा कि आप लोग जो हैं बहुत प्यारे लोग कास्ट करते हैं और ये असली में पाकिस्तानी इस रंग के नहीं सारे मिलते. So they really gave us pushback and they did not budge. So they said, like, they actually went like a stone darker than the average Pakistani and they would not budge कि बस यही models use करने हैं. And we gave into that, and honestly, the response on those assets were not bad. So it really also depends on what you're selling. We were selling a technology, we were selling mobility, and it was perfectly fine. हमने जो हमारे parents, माँ बाप और बच्चा तीनों जो थे वो, as I would like to say, खिले हुए गंदमी रंग के थे, और it worked really well. The third example is कि हाँ, even in beauty brands, yeah, let's say apparel. One of my favorite brands of this time is, and actually even of my probably childhood, is Generation, and how they're really challenging the stereotypes. So अगर आप Generation की campaigns देखें, वो like रंगों में भी different models लेकर आएंगे. वो body shape, even body like abilities and disabilities can there be, they have so much diversity. So it takes a lot of courage, as Khurram was saying earlier, that you are taking that risk कि मैं कुछ हटके करने लगा हूँ, तो मुझे ये तो नहीं होगा कि मुझे सारे कहेंगे ये क्या बकवास चीज आप दिखा रहे हैं हमें, या they won't, at the end of the day it won't sell, but more people are taking that risk and it's paying off. So I think it's giving other marketers or the industry confidence to change how they're operating.
मैं यहाँ पे सवाल एक ऐड करना चाहूंगी मावरा की बात से कि you as advertisers, do you feel you have to convince the brands to be more diverse, to be more inclusive? ये जो आप change कह रहे हैं ये consumers के end पे आ रहा है, या do you also feel कि brands are making a conscious effort कि नहीं हमें diversity चाहिए, हमने inclusion पे focus करना है? Because like Mavra mentioned technology, but we're also selling mobiles through Halima Sultan. So, that's one end of the spectrum. So what do you, Khurram, aapse, sorry, Sara.
Sorry, I'm going to take a first shot at that, because both Khurram and Mavra are actually on the client side and I'm on the agency side. So when you say, do we have to explain and convince, I'll start and then they can add in. But yes, the actual answer to your question is that I find myself at the agency side with more clients. So I think that the weightage would be, say, I have to probably spend more, about 80% of my clients need to be convinced. There is a 20% that is braver and is bolder, and they don't need to too much convincing. They need the kind of moral supports and yes, we're right, we can do this. But you know, I think to Mavra's point, when you know she quoted Generation and some of these brands, they're very niche brands. Generation has chosen a very niche target audience. It does not sell to the masses. It is not a Nishat Linen, and it is not an Alkaram. You know, kind of we have Alkaram representation with us. So the minute I feel that you go mass, a lot of brands are very they're very scared. They tend to be more risk averse. So I think that I often spend a lot of time having to convince my brands that yes, we can be bolder and braver.
Khurram, what's your perspective from the brand side?
Look, for sure, when the stakes are very high, you are cautious. And like I shared, जब आप कोई भी controversial space को touch कर रहे होते हो, तो आपको as the brand leader, as the custodian, and we like to call ourselves custodians, guardians, we guard the equity of the brand, and that equity is an abstract, but which has a dollar value to it. So you have to weigh it many times before pulling the trigger on a decision which could potentially damage you financially. But just to add to Maura's point, I mean, brands inclusivity in fashion is an emerging theme, even in Pakistan. Not just Generation, but a lot of the brands are showing plus size models now. A lot of models are very consciously showing older models with darker skin, models with skin conditions. So it is being driven by the fact that जो Gen Z है, millennials के बाद, वो लोग जो 1995 के बाद पैदा हुए, they are उनके अंदर activism की एक streak है, and brands are getting influenced by insights into that generation, and they are plugging them into their communication, because ये जो Gen Z जिसको जो post 1995 people who are under the age of 25 or in their late teens, they have activism in their DNA globally, including Pakistan. And if you see a lot of the fashion brands in Pakistan, they're talking about environment, sustainability once or twice a year. Whether it's, I mean, if I dare say, I can give examples of my own competition. Khadi, Full Ahmad, even mainstream brands are now showing darker skinned models. They are showing plus. Nishat has just launched a XXL in their Pret collection. So now they are offering something for plus size women. So it is changing, is what I'm trying to say. Even in a sort of a less developed part of the world, like which Pakistan would fall into, the envelope is sort of getting pushed.
So do you think ये जो change आ रहा है इसमें social media का काफी role है, because आपने activism की बात की, we also have call out culture now. कोई भी चीज लोगों को पसंद नहीं आती, and it's on both ends, आपको जो है दोनों तरह के extremes से जो है वो आपको ज़ाहिर नजर में रखना होता होगा, किसी के sentiments hurt ना हो, कोई social taboos ऐसे हैं जिनको आप touch करें. So do you think how has social media changed advertising? Mavra, अगर आप पहले इसका जवाब देना चाहें.
I feel like the response has become so real time. So जब हम पहले बैठकर we would wait for market research to come in and see कि हमने जो सवाल डाले हुए थे उससे किस तरह से tracking हो रही थी. Now, just by social listening, we know exactly how the audience is responding as soon as we put out our content. So it can be quite nerve-wracking. It also makes you really question कि आप जो अपना content डाल रहे हैं उसके, as Khurram said, attention and some level of debate is great because we want to be talked about as marketers. Like, we want our work to be talked about. Attention is great, but we don't want like again वो हड़तालें होनी शुरू हो जाएं and we start a movement which kind of pushes our agenda back, which is at the end of the money selling what we're trying to sell and making sure we're ensuring profitability. So as a brand manager, I'll give you one recent example. I've joined Coke and I'm working on this amazing campaign within my team. Someone else is leading it. Called the brand is called Roar, and it's an amazing brand. The product is amazing. It's completely developed in Pakistan, and it's mainly for those moments. Primarily, the audience is male, younger male. It's for those moments when लड़के खड़े होके खोखों के बाहर एक बोतल पीने गए हैं, पान खाने गए हैं, तो उन मौकों के लिए. And it's a very alpha male sort of brand. So, but while I'm sitting there on the table, constantly I'm thinking, oh my God, we can't be so alpha male, yeah, in a way that is offensive to like 50% of the population in Pakistan, because it'll come back to bite us. And so I'm trying to continuously bring that narrative to the table as well, while we're having these really interesting discussions on how to bring it to life. So it makes you cautious. It makes you really think very consciously about what you're putting out there.
Mavra, it was so lovely to hear the excitement with which you're working on this campaign. It sounds amazing, and I completely agree with what you said कि भाई जब आप डालते हैं और अब इतना आपको real time में feedback मिल रहा होता है, comments मिल रहे होते हैं, it's really nerve-wracking when you put something out there. It is sometimes I feel कि this whole so many platforms where our content can exist on and be showcased on, हम लोग उन channels पे इतना micro level पे focus कर रहे होते हैं that sometimes we forget to take a step back and see, are we strategically aligned on the brand messaging? Because हर channel का, हर platform का अपना एक purpose होता है, अपना एक use होता है, and अपनी एक set of target audience होती है. And they engage, like the target audience, for example, on Facebook engages with content very differently than the target audience on your Instagram. And so you have to design content very specifically for those platforms and those channels. And you have to be very, very conscious कि एक campaign में जब आप वो कर रहे होते हैं, टुकड़ों में आप, platforms पे different content या tailored content run कर रहे होते, you have to make sure that somehow it is still rooted and connected back to the brand essence or the campaign essence. और वो actually real, now I feel like this is the real test of, is the idea or is the thought truly campaignable, not just over time, but over so many multiple channels.
Khurram, what role do you think social media influencers play? क्योंकि हम देखते हैं कि बहुत से ads जो हैं, एक shoe brand service का ad था, वो दोबारा से resurface हो गया, memes बनना शुरू हो गई. This social media is really, if I can say, and I'm not sure अगर आप सब agree करेंगे, it's an unpredictable platform, right? कोई चीज hit हो रही है, कोई miss हो रही है. There's an ad जहाँ पे दोस्ती दिखाई है between a female and two male friends. अब उसके against trends चल रहे हैं. So social media influencers का क्या role है इन सब के बीच में? How important do you think they are for advertising?
Look, I work in fashion retail now, and fashion में तो there's some days I'm discussing with my colleagues that more and more of our marketing has become influencer marketing, and we spend increasing amounts of money and time pushing our message through influencers. We don't have the luxury of, say, FMCG budgets, which are more lavish. The nature of our product is such. So depending on the category, depending on what you're selling, influencer marketing has become very big, and even brands which are not as visual as a fashion product are now using influencers in a very big way. And it's as true for Pakistan as it is globally. I mean, it's the newest form. I mean, we had celebrity endorsement as a tool or a device that we've all used in marketing for decades. And now this is a micro celebrity, so to say, which works in a micro economy which they create. They own this little channel with an audience of 10,000 or 100,000 or 200,000. And we are now being, so I think the broader macro trend is, I think somebody alluded to it, abhi ke fragmentation itni zyada ho gayi hai. Channels ki, and within channels, tiny channels. So each influencer is like owner of a little TV channel which they're using to push out messages. It's in taking a leaf out of what Sarah said. There has to be a big idea. I do feel that narrative ki ek theme honi chahiye. So your brand is based on an idea as an essence, but influences are very big, and I think in the foreseeable future they will continue to be a very big part of marketing as it evolves into this era.
There's one thing I'd love to add there, which is on relevance of influencers. I was part of this conference about 2 years ago, pre-COVID era, जब हम असली में मिला करते थे, जिसके अंदर काफी influencers आए हुए थे, and उधर भी काफी इस तरह की discussion हुई that we need that diversity within influencers. So when I was at Uber, for example, we used to use, हमारे पास इतने budgets नहीं होते थे, again, non-FMCG type world, and so influencers, micro influencers with a more concrete base around the topic that they were like invested in used to be game changers for us. I think hamari jo ek huge part of our supply, driver supply that used to come onto the platform was through a few influencers जो बताते थे कि Uber पे कैसे drive करना है, किस तरह से आपने अपने आप को sign up करना है, how do you optimize your earnings. Similarly, I think within the audience that was using more relevant for our auto products, it was a very different set of influencers that we're using. So those niches are so critical, and for us to really see a breadth of those niches develop as marketers would be really exciting.
Thank you. That was really interesting. And especially for somebody like me who's not really a social media user, these are very, very interesting insights. But I think it's the wave of the future. Acha ji, I'd like to talk about another topic which is ageism. And I think it's something that Khurram has worked on. We typically don't like to cast older people in primary roles. We like to see young, good-looking people in our advertising generally. Side पे cast होता है, supporting father होता है, mother होती है, whatever. But generally, हम older people को नहीं देखते marketing lawns or whatever. Even though by the time people are in their 40s, 50s, or 60s, they have higher disposable incomes to spend on themselves. If you look at it from a market segmentation perspective. But Khurram, I think we discussed this. आपने काम किया था किसी campaign में, or you spoke about something where older models were used, older ladies were used to market fabric. Ab I forget के brand क्या था. Do any of you recall?
Yeah, so it's not a campaign that I developed, but in Pakistan, there have been brands which have featured older women, women with silvery hair, in fashion, and it's part of the trend to skin color, age, body size, body shape, उसके norms को challenge किया जा रहा है. In the Pakistani context, you can't blame marketers for being for using young people, because think about it, 2/3 of the population roughly is under 30 or 35, depending on which data set you look at. So they are fishing where the fish are. in marketing they say this KG, go fish where the fish are. अगर आपकी ज़्यादा young है है, so आप उन्हीं लोगों को दिखाओगे. Typically, unless कि आपकी product ऐसी हो, it is specifically target to an older demographic. Now, अगर आप Western Europe या Northern Europe या Japan में marketing कर रहे हो, जहां आपकी एक aging population है, so then you will be showing a very different usage or consumer using your product or interacting with your product very typically. Having said that, you know, even in fashion, women who are sort of north of 30, 35 are generally more established financially in their families. They have more money to spend. So it's always a sort of not a conflict, but a tension that we are trying to address, because somebody who's a bit older, they're more settled in their careers, in their families. They have, in some cases, they have spouses who are more established, so they have more money to spend. So they may be fewer in number, but more money to spend. So there is that tension. But brands are waking up and recognizing that ageism is also counterproductive, and you need to show some percentage of a maturer consumer consuming, using your product and in your advertising.
Mavra or Sara, either of you want to add to the ageism element and how marketeers could potentially change or counter ageism and bring in older models?
So it's not something I would be very conscious. I've thought about consciously. It's an interesting question. I feel like some of the brands that I've worked in the past, the primary audience was younger people. So I mean, Coca-Cola का example ले लेते हैं. हमारे पास अभी भी सबसे बड़ा काम जो है हमारा वो है recruitment करते रहना, and recruitment आपकी होगी from our younger generations. It's hard to change habits when somebody is getting older or they're within the funnel already. However, it's also where we're talking to them. So again, let's take a Coke example. While the primary audience would be a younger audience to recruit them into the funnel, to become consumers, हमें ये भी पता है कि जो माँ है घर की वो decision करती है shopping का. So हम उस माँ को भी address करेंगे. हो सकता है उस माँ के role के अंदर शायद someone older is cast. But at the end of the day, as Khurram was saying, the population, like a lot of brands are doing in Pakistan, doing work around going after that big base, which is younger people, and the ones where they are still susceptible to getting onto your brand before their habits form really strongly.
So catch them young is that you often
catch them young and watch them grow, spending their income on your products. Very interesting. I will come back to this from a scientific perspective. Sara, please go ahead.
I was just going to say, it is a category. I mean, it depends on the category that you're playing in. The whole idea of ageism and who do you talk to? Like Mavra was saying, primary audience kaun si hai aapki, or therefore you design your message accordingly. Similar. I will just say, it's very interesting to see. A problem was kind of brought to light, or I guess raised in the insurance category, and they realized that actually ulta unko karna hai, कि for the longest time they'd been selling insurance to an older audience, and then suddenly they said, okay, we now need to start talking to the younger audience, and how do we rope them in and catch them young? But it was then flipping the visualization of your TG and doing it in different ways. So again, very specific to kids kaun si category hai, aur aapka, like Khurram said also, I think it was brilliantly put, okay, fish where the fish are.
I have a really fun example actually, ageism ke upar, Kareem, while competition, and I generally don't talk about. I love this one campaign that they did. वो थी partner drivers को recruit करने के लिए. So आपने शायद देखा होगा, this was about 2.5 years ago. they were showcasing retired people, showcasing people who, like, had more free time, who could potentially be partner drivers just to get, extra income going for them. So it was completely targeted at an older population. It was a really, really fun campaign.
अच्छा जी, very interesting. I could play devil's advocate here and say कि भाई ठीक है, आपका यूथ बल्ज तो है, डेमोग्राफिक बल्ज, लेकिन उनके पास पैसे नहीं है. पैसे तो सारे 40-45 से ऊपर वालों के पास हैं. तो जब उनके पास पैसे नहीं है, तो why are you driving your campaign at Coke? I understand, okay, very youth oriented product. बड़े भी पीते हैं, मगर वो बच्चे ड्राइव करेंगे माँ को कि ग्रोसरी स्टोर के आयल में से आप जाके कोक उठाए ना. एक माँ खुद तो नहीं उठाएगी unless she was addicted to Coke in her teenage years, which is possible. So that I will just, if I could have a quick response on that, please, I'd really appreciate it. Whoever you wants can go first.
So, I mean, despite all the positive messaging and all of that, I do feel that advertising, and because of consumer की psyche में consumers pursue aspiration. And advertising, therefore, because of that, advertising is like a commercial film and not like an art house movie. Generally, so think about it, it's not a Shabana Azmi. वो दुनिया नहीं दिखाएगी जो शबाना आजमी की 80s की आर्ट मूवीज होती थी. It's too realistic. It shows aspiration. So aspiration, unfortunately, whether we like it or not, वो एक गोरी लड़की है, for instance, हमारे कल्चर में उसके various reasons हो सकते हैं. उसी तरह ये जो भी चीज aspirational रहेगी, अगर youth aspiration है, I mean, so either you're young or you're young at heart. You don't want to show the older fuddy-duddy, because that's not aspirational for a majority of your consumers. And if it sounds controversial, but still aspiration is about, subliminally, whether consumers want to admit it or not, they want to see happy stories, they want to see good-looking people, they want to see youth generally. It's a smaller section of consumers who want to see something different. So, which is why advertisers tend to make more choices in this direction rather than the others.
I have a question for you, Khurram, that I've seen a lot of older men be cast in clothing, like textile ke ads, like good looking, really good looking, silvery gray haired men. So what's the logic behind that?
So that's a very good point. And when she asked me about ageism, I was just going to give that example. That is a very rich sort of sub-market or whatever, कि वो लट्ठे, सफेद लट्ठे के ad होते हैं, and textile में वो older man, वो Mercedes से निकलता है. So again उसमें एक aspiration है, क्योंकि वो good looking आदमी होता है, वो he's a power figure. What they show is all the symbols of power. He'll come out of a very expensive vehicle, he'll walk into a हवेली नुमा घर, और उसके हाथ में एक सोने की रोलेक्स टाइप इक्विवेलेंट घड़ी होगी. So what you're trying to show, हमारी society में unfortunately एक गोरा complex है, which you can track back to our colonial sort of post-colonial hangover. उसी तरह हमारी society में power figure is male, is rich. He may, especially in Punjab and rural Sindh, it's somebody who's शलवार कमीज पहना हुआ, लट्ठे का सफेद, वो एक expensive vehicle से निकलेगा. It addresses all of those very interesting things that we hold sort of cultural artifacts of our society, whether we like it or not.
Interesting. Khurram, and it takes me back to chairman का लट्ठा. अगर आप उसको dissect करें, वो chairman का लट्ठा,
मैं उसी को dissect करूँ.
वो chairman साहब ही निकल रहे हैं Mercedes से या Audi से,
उसी को dissect करूँ.
सलवार कमीज और whatever
Absolutely.
nice shoes पहन के. So yes, it makes complete sense. Sara, do you want to add to this? Sara ji.
I want to add here quickly कि ये aspirations तो फिर जो हैं ये तो खवातीन की तो ना हुई, because we would like to see more men in the kitchen making food, cleaning the house. तो ये आप जो एस्पिरेशन की बात कर रहे हैं, ये मार्केटियर्स की होती हैं या ये कंज्यूमर साइड से आती हैं? क्योंकि इसमें तो 50% जो खवातीन हैं, 49% वो तो मिसिंग हैं.
बिल्कुल. I think I'll sorry, Khurram, you want to go?
No, please go ahead.
No, I was going to say, again, I just want to come back to the fact that मेरी जो aspiration होगी to what I want to see from an ad, or what kind of messaging I want, is again less than 1% of the population represented. जो inevitably जो आपका product या brand या जो companies जो communication बना रही होती हैं, they have to look at a very wide consumer base. कि you can't be alienating pretty much 50% of your population, because eventually आपको वो साबुन बेचना है या आपको वो coke बेचनी है. Somebody has to buy it. I mean, we're not in the business, unfortunately, of an NGO. It is a very profit driven business. So अगर ultimately आपका वो communication लोगों को alienate करेगा, then you're not really adding much benefit to anyone. That's why we will try, and brands that want to be brave will try and push the envelope, but not too much. So there has to be, I think, a balance in what your you ideally want to show your consumer, and also what your consumer is ready to digest.
If I may answer what you raised, that is not trying to talk to women. If you think about it, the product you're trying to sell is to men and to older men. And in our society, sort of वो जो सारे symbols हैं of success for a man, typically, वो एक मेरे दोस्त हैं, and वो एक example देते हैं in his own sort of way के anyone who reaches success in this society wants to become a Vadera or a Chaudhary. I said, what do you mean? And he said कि उसको एक बड़ी गाड़ी चाहिए होती है, उसको जमीन कलेक्ट करने का शौक होता है, उसको एक बड़ा सा मकान चाहिए होता है. So all those symbols that men aspire in this society, if they've sort of say to arrive, to communicate that they've arrived, वो advertising depict कर रही है. And the product that they're trying to sell, latha or fabric, is to a man, to an older man. So it's kind of, all those symbolisms are very culturally relevant. To answer your question, it may be polarizing to 50% of the population, or it may not be. I would argue on the not side, because even मतलब हमारी society में वो symbols हैं, acknowledged by both. अगर हमारी women उसको इस तरह in mass discard करना शुरू कर दें, तो वो शायद symbols ना रहें उतने popular. You may not represent the larger, sort of like Sarah said, you may not be representative. You may have you're urban, you're well educated. If you start dissecting the data, you may be somewhere between 1 to 5% of society. I don't even know your income demographic. But if I just dissect on education, where you live, if you're based in Lahore, your demographic goes down to about under 10% of the country. So you're not representative of this country in a large number, is what I'm trying to say. Very respectful.
Of course. So under these circumstances, how hard has it become to come up with a concept? आपने सोशल मीडिया भी देखना है, आपने जेन जी को भी देखना है, आपने जो है 50% जो मेल पॉपुलेशन है उसको भी आपने कंसिडर करना है, उनकी एस्पिरेशंस को, कल्चरल नॉर्म्स भी आपने देखने हैं, आपने कल्चर भी देखना है, सोशल टैबूज भी देखना है. डू यू थिंक एडवर्टाइजिंग हैज बिकम डिफिकल्ट विद टाइम, या आपको लगता है कि प्रोसेस इजी हो गया है? मावरा, if you want to go
I
first.
was actually looking at Sarah because I think she's probably best placed to answer this question. I'm the person who sits on the other side and relatively has an easier job.
I was actually looking at you, hoping to take that one, but I think at times it is incredibly challenging to come up with an idea, because जैसे आपने कहा, there's so many things to be mindful of. I think social media की वजह से there's, then it's a borderless kind of communication. It can land anywhere in front of anyone, and it can offend anyone for the smallest of reason. So it is fundamentally very, very difficult now to come up with original, good quality kind of content. But I think जब आपको एक बहुत sharp brief मिलती है, so what हम जैसे, how we operate is कि a client like a Coca-Cola or an Al-Karam would come to us with a written brief कि ये हमें करना है, ये हमारे objectives हैं इस campaign के, ये message हमें kind of, it could be like Mavra said, constantly getting new people into the franchise. जब आपको एक बहुत sharp brief मिलती है with a very, very clear insight, then it's not that difficult. The beauty really is cracking the consumer insight. And that insight comes from a lot of things, but primarily for us, हम उसको evaluate करते हैं कि भाई cultural consumer challenge क्या है, consumer कौन है, उसके क्या दिन में, life में क्या challenges होते हैं, what keeps that consumer awake at night, what is the cultural context. So हम एक society में रहते हैं, हमारे around चीजें हो रही होती हैं, there are lots of things to keep in mind of where we live. So our cultural context, a Pakistani cultural context, will be very different from an Indian cultural context, even though we speak the same language, we eat the same food, so many similarities, but phenomenally different. Their economic reality is different, than ours. So consumer का context क्या है, culture का context क्या है, और फिर वहां से आपकी एक क्या वो insight है जिसको आप पकड़ सकते हैं, जिसमें आपका product आके उनका कोई tension solve कर सकता है. And I think when you've got those three ingredients, then it's not difficult. Then it just becomes a kind of playground for the creative to play in.
So beautifully put, Sarah. And I completely agree. There are two campaigns I've seen actually in the COVID world that I've really enjoyed. One of them I worked on, which was जब initially COVID शुरू हुआ था और हम लोगों ने compulsory किया था कि सारी Uber vehicles में riders have to wear masks. So it was really hard to get people to wear masks. And we took out this one campaign, which was based in the consumer insight of why you're wearing a mask, and it's going back to like building a community that's taking care of each other. So the entire concept was that we're safer for each other ke behind wo concept develop kiya gaya tha, and it was that I'm wearing it for the next rider, I'm wearing it for my mom who's sitting at home, I'm wearing it for my 2-year-old child. So the insight was really, really specific. I've seen another campaign recently. So my colleagues in the Middle East team came up with this. It's a Coca-Cola campaign. They saw that a lot of people in COVID times are like chup ke wo apni Coke ki cans dho rahe hain because hai ki acha hum COVID na ho jaye kisi tarah, so ya phir like different cheezon se wo saaf kar rahe hain. It was just the anxiety of like touching anything, and so the Coke team in Saudi Arabia came up with this idea where they put these little foil caps that you can just peel off and drink a Coke without any sort of stress. And the insight was just so simple, just how to relieve that stress of drinking a Coke and not feeling like it's touched any other surface in the past.
That was a phenomenal piece of work.
Yeah,
just
I really
so
admire that Saudi sort of piece of work. I recently saw it also. It's very recent, and I saw it on LinkedIn. Well, just to share with you, this is a site which I I love to sort of remember. So there's this person in an agency who's trying to crack an insight on how to get teenage girls to stop smoking, anti-smoking campaign. And sort of somebody new in the agency world, and so they sent out to do research. तो वो जाके ना एक कॉलेज की कैंटीन में बैठ जाता है in the UK, and वो 2-3 दिन तक जो है बस उनकी conversation girl और guy सुनता रहता है, and eventually what he learns is that all they talk about is beauty or their looks or how to look good, and eventually the insight that they come up with or is that smoking makes you age or look older faster. And that kind of what it picked up was a very big concern in their life of a young woman, a young teenage girl, which is how to look good or how to retain their looks. And then they swung it to the context of, like Sarah said, the product, which the product message was to stop smoking. And then they connected it by saying, if you smoke, you're going to age faster, not look so good. And suddenly the results, when they tested that message with women of that demographic, it scored out of the, it was a very powerful message. It was very convincing. It was very compelling. This term business में in the marketing advertising business कहते हैं कि compelling आपको force करे, convince करे action लेने के लिए अपनी जिंदगी में. Here you were selling an idea at the end of the day, not a product. The idea was कि cigarette ना पियो. लेकिन अगर आप उसको उस तरह juxtapose कर दो या उसमें वो weave कर दो जो आपकी the intended recipient के लिए जो message है उसके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा relevant है चीज़, तो वो बहुत powerful हो जाती है.
Very interesting. We have about 10 minutes left, so I would like to wrap up with आप लोग बहुत senior माशाल्लाह professionals हैं in the field of marketing, branding, etc., management. I'd like to ask each of you about the most fulfilling campaign that you worked with, in which you did your part to push the envelope a little bit and thought, okay, इसमें मैंने थोड़ा सा अपने पाकिस्तानी culture को in a positive way influence करने की कोशिश की, and I've done my bit. It could be any experience with any company that you have worked with in your career that could serve as motivation for people who are listening to us, who are watching us, to pursue careers in the fields that you all are in. Fulfilling भी हो सकती है, interesting भी हो सकती है. Any experience of a campaign that really resonated with you, that made it all worth it for you? Okay, it's all come together for me now.
So, if I may, I think it's to me first. So I used to work for Pepsi back in the day, your competitor Maura, and एक World Cup की campaign बनानी थी. I think it was about 11 years back or so. And उस वक्त context ये थी कि cricket had been banned from Pakistan, and Pepsi was the Cricket World Cup sponsor. So the Sri Lankan team had come Lahore में Liberty पे they were driving to go play the match, and they'd been shot at, and all international cricket had been banned, and Pakistan was going through a lot of terrorism, and एक तरह से nation की hopes टूटी हुई थी क्योंकि that one thing in their lives which was cricket was absent from it. And I remember उसकी campaign हमें उस World Cup के लिए बनानी थी, एक demoralized team which could not play in front of its home audiences. And I remember making that campaign. तो उसका जो brief था, just to inspire the team. I remember Gaddafi Stadium की जो pitch होती है, जो एक cricket fan के लिए एक बड़ा sort of sacred ground है. हमने वो जो brief थी वो Gaddafi Stadium की. I remember we sat around the pitch and the whole advertising agency, and we briefed them there. During that briefing, we took them to the trophy room for the Pakistan cricket team, जो Gaddafi Stadium में है, and उधर जो है जो हमारा World Cup की जो trophy है, which is I think the most valuable trophy that we have from our sporting achievements as a country. We were given access to that. We could actually, touch it and sort of, which is if you were into cricket, it was a very big deal. And then we made a campaign. Our current Prime Minister, he quit appearing in ads for many years, like 6-7 years. Somehow that team went and convinced him. I don't know how they did it. And after like 6 or 8 years of not appearing in any advertising because he'd moved to politics, he somehow agreed. And I give credit to my my marketing manager and my advertising agency. उन्होंने पता नहीं क्या शकील जाके दी थी कि वो भी convince हो गए. He came in their ad. So it was a very memorable campaign, given the context of the country, cricket fans, Cricket World Cup, Pakistan. At heart, we're all young boys who are crazy about cricket in this country. So it was, and boys and girls. I think it's not just boys. It was very memorable for me to work on that campaign. It had a lot of highs. So yeah.
I'd love to go next. So we worked on this campaign about 3 years ago for 14th August, and it was for Khadi. Khurram, your competitor, my apologies. But it is something that I think after that, I walked off with my creative head and I said, we can retire now. I think we're done because it doesn't get better than this. And it was an idea that we didn't get a brief for. We had just walked into their, boardroom one day and said, we have this thought for 14th August. Now, Khadi is all about loving Pakistan. It's their motto, Khadi loves Pakistan. And we took this idea of showcasing the minorities of this country and saying that, well, actually, and not just those that we know of already, but during our research, we found out the number of Jains that still live in Pakistan, not just the Christians, the Hindus, they're Buddhists, they're Jains, they're Parsis, the amount of minorities that thankfully still do live in this small piece of land that we have in Pakistan is pretty amazing. And we managed to sell this idea to the client. And again, within 30 minutes of us pitching it, he said, let's do it. And it was potentially, obviously, given it's Pakistan and its religion and its minorities, it was a little scary. But there was such belief that in that boardroom at that point, the excitement to do that was palpable because there was such belief that this is the right thing to do, to showcase the progressive Pakistan in this way. And it just turned out to be a beautiful concept that Abda ji decided to agree to sing. So she sang, she doesn't do any brand work. She does not sing for any brands. She says, "Main apne Maula ke liye gaati hu," and that's it. But she said that this is a dua for Pakistan. And it was Jug Jug Jiye, Mera Pyara Watan. And then after that, I just said, this just feels right. It was the right thing to do. So that's my favorite campaign.
Wow, that's a difficult one to follow from. So the one I was thinking about a few that I would love to have talked about, but one that really is close to my heart is this Uber auto campaign that we did. And the reason that it's something that I'm so attached to is because of the problem that I feel it was solving. Auto is not a new product for Pakistani women, but just the insight ke hum log sell kar rahe the ke the consumers, so like generally mostly younger females, can get that auto wherever they are. So बेशक घर से वो जा रहे हैं या अपनी यूनिवर्सिटी है या वो कहीं दफ्तर में है, and they don't have to go out, stand on a street जिधर बेशक शायद रोशनी नहीं है, हो सकता है उनको कोई छेड़े, just like be in an unsafe environment. They can actually get that product sitting wherever they are within the safety of whichever space they're in. That was the idea that we were going with, and the way it was coming to life was very holistic. So we did this beautiful campaign, which I take no credit for because someone else, one of my colleagues, Samin Haq, was working on it, and she was a genius. But the part that I loved working on was how are we working with drivers जो already ऊपर पे enrolled हैं, but हो सकता है कि वो obviously street hail भी चला रहे हैं. How are they telling people कि भाई आप next time Uber से order करेंगी तो ये तरीका है, या हम आपको ये discount मिल सकता है just to take that first trip, ताकि वो एक first trip का जो barrier है वो cross कर सकें, and people can really get onboarded onto the system and they realize what, like, you know, a niche it's solving for them. So I think that would probably be my favorite. It's still a product which I feel like is underutilized in the country, and it doesn't have as much usage as I would love for it to have on an Uber platform, because it's so cost efficient. And the other one is of course Moto, but the Moto campaign was a different one that I loved.
Amazing. On that note, ये सारा का खाड़ी का ad बड़ा interesting था. I've seen parts of it. If our IT can possibly load it and we can do a short view, and then we can say thank you to our panelists and end the session because we are almost out of time. Azhar and Asif, if it's possible, तो बता दें. नहीं तो मैं सबका शुक्रिया अदा कर दूं, including people who are watching us and who have posted some really interesting questions that we put to the panelists. And I hope that it has been insightful. जिन ने join किया और जो हमें बाद में देखेंगे recorded session के जरिए, I hope आपके लिए ये interesting और insightful experience था. Azhar? Someone, can you play it off of YouTube? वो link तो सारा ने भेज दिया. Otherwise, we'll put the link in our comments when we post it. But overall, thank you. I think it was. I hope that आप सब ने ये experience enjoy किया और एक interesting discussion थी. Oh, I think we've got it. चलें, इसको देखते हैं थोड़ा सा.
लब पे आती है दुआ बन के तमन्ना मेरी, मेरे वतन तू सबके लिए जान से बढ़कर प्यारा है. हर पल तेरी अजमत के अफसाने दोहराएंगे जब तक हम जिंदा हैं. गीत तेरे ही गाएंगे, तेरी अमानत है मेरा फन. जुग जुग जिए मेरा प्यारा वतन, लब पे दुआ है दिल में लगन. ओ जुग जुग जिए, जुग जुग जिए. अल्लाह रहती दुनिया तक रखे सलामत शान तेरी. तेरे दम से हम जिंदा, हमसे है पहचान तेरी. तुझ पे निछावर तन मन धन. जुग जुग जिए मेरा प्यारा वतन, लब पे दुआ है मेरा गम हो जुग जुग जिए जुग जुग जिए
This gave me goosebumps.
Amazing.
This was so beautiful.
ये बहुत खूबसूरत. It's and Sara, I don't think it's time to retire. They should inspire you and others in the field to make more stuff like this. Because
Yes, inshallah, we're on it.
There's got a spirit of patriotism. It's brought in our minorities, the bulk of our population. It touches on our culture in a positive manner. It's brought in Abda ji to do something that she hasn't done in decades, possibly. But इसका एक अपना सूफी ट्रांस था इसमें भी. So thank you so much. If any of you would like to add any closing remarks, please go ahead. Otherwise, we will close the session now.
Just to thank you for having us here. I think it's been a really enjoyable session, and I love these platforms where we can discuss and debate. It's always so nice.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Maha and Saman.
Thank you, Maha and Saman. Really enjoyed being there.
Thank you for joining us, everybody. I know you're very busy professionals, or ये ऐसा time होता है in which everybody comes home from work, and this is family time. So I really do appreciate it on behalf of Noor Foundation, Noor International University, the Noor Center for Research and Policy, our board and management. We would really like to thank you, and I hope that we will engage on this further, and it has sparked curiosity amongst our viewers and maybe planted some thoughts in our own heads. इसमें तो बड़ी लंबी चौड़ी एक रिसर्च हो सकती है और एविडेंस क्रिएट की जा सकती है on the topic that we discussed. And it's certainly it's too late for me to do a career change, but if I could, maybe I would consider changing my undergraduate training and going back.
It's never too late, Maha. It's never too late.
Perhaps not. But thank you. It's very inspirational. Saman, Azhar, our IT team, I'd like to thank you. And Saman, please formally close the session and we can say goodbye.
Thank you so much, Maha. I would quickly add that people who are watching, students who are watching this, they still have a chance to pursue a career in advertising. And I think these three panelists have been really, inspirational. And I absolutely loved the Khadi ad. And I feel like, if you people are the change makers, you're playing your part through your field. You're not only selling products, but you're trying your way to gender stereotypes ko address karke ya patriotism pe ads bana ke. So thank you so much for doing the work that you all do, and thank you so much everybody for joining us today, and we'll be back with another session inshallah. Till then, Allah Hafiz.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, and Khuda Hafiz, everybody. Take care.
Thank you, Ji. Khuda Hafiz.